Okay, so the Aussie yen then. The Aussie is the strongest, and we are seeing continued weakness in the yen. So, starting as we normally do with the Aussie yen, here's the weekly. We have had, over the last week, we've had very strong price action. Over the last 2 weeks, we've had very strong price action to the upside. Weak dollar, strong yen, weak yen, strong Aussie, sorry, weak yen. And it's bringing us, we're understanding this, there's no reason to believe that this should change anytime soon. We're getting good momentum, momentum precedes price. We are therefore looking to buy or do nothing. If we're looking to buy or do nothing, we need to understand where the levels are that are going to initiate our long. So here's the weekly. You can see the rejection of the lows here where the intervention took place. We've been rewarded with a strong move up. We're through the 88.04 and we're expecting higher prices. Going to the daily, here's the 88.04, the previous significant level that we broke. The structural long in the Aussie yen is the 88.04. Now, we broke through that level on Wednesday, and we came back to, you see this low, this daily low, we came back to test that level out and rejected it and pushed on higher. Okay, now in terms of structural points, the 88.04 is our structural long, so we're already above that. So our bias is, continues to be to the long side. Now, if we're not already long and we're looking for a structural long, really the low made here at 90.10 is going to be the closest level for an additional trade to the long side. We're already above the structure, so we're long or we're wrong, and the 90.10 is just above the price action on the from Friday's high. So strictly speaking, the structural long is 88.04. We're above that, so the new long is 90.10. Structural short is the 88.04 as well. So the 88.04 is a structural long and structural short, because if we fail to move on from here and push down, this will constitute a failure trade. We want to be short below the 88.04, so the structural short is 88.04 also. Looking to the 200 tick, right, here's the picture is a little clearer going into the 200 tick. Here's our 88.04, and as I mentioned last week, folks, it's very useful to transpose your significant levels onto your 200 your 200 tick chart, because you can just see, you know, how the price in a smaller time frame, you know, can really accentuate these levels. Okay, gives further clarification. Obviously, with the Aussie yen, we are looking to buy or do nothing to, you know, for holding trades of any significant time period. So our bias is to the upside. The high made on Friday is at the 89.90 area. We could have that as our short-term long point, but we want to be prudent, and remember the 90.10 was a significant level going back through the chart. So as we see with the 88.04, the 200 tick was, you know, the smaller time frames, the price action respects a significant level, so we expect it to happen again at 90.10. So I would suggest the short-term long, is not going to be triggered until 90.10 is reached. So your short-term long is 90.10, and the short, our first opportunity below these two daily highs, and the low made from Friday's US session is 89.15. Now remember, the bias is to the upside. That's where the trend is. That's where the big moves are going to happen. So if you take the short here, your expectation should be managed on this trade, and you shouldn't expect large moves. And remember, we have the 88.04 structure not that far away, 100 pips, but we've got to be aware, if the short's triggered, we may get a move to here, but you don't want to outstay your welcome on that, because the trend is up. So the long 90.1, the short 89.15. The long stop, if we're going long, the highs, our stop should be within, our long stop should be below these two momentum highs. So let's say our long stop I've got on my notes is 89.80. Now 89.80 accommodates these two highs. We're back. It would be back in the opening range of the US session, but that is null and void. If you've got appetite for a wider stop, then by all means bring it back below the previous daily high. But 89.80 is going to be our long stop level. Our short stop is going to be the previous daily high of 89.60. So 89.60 for the short stop, the long stop is 89.80. Okay. Just going to save the